Dope. Hello.
Jinxed it.
Hello?
Yeah. Welcome to the third session, for some of us anyway, of the Ashien Mystery, which is a mystery mostly, I will say mostly, concerning the death of Lance, the king's daughter. There are other things going on. There are other mysteries. Last time, there was a suspicious door out on a field, standing by itself, that is also possibly mysterious. There are also other things occurring, branching tales, I guess, as it was. So when we joined last time, we were in a grow room in the Cogger's airship. There was a lot of discussion about hydroponics and how it works, propagation, so forth. The other offspring of the king showed up and offered a deal in order to alleviate the situation to the Cogger's representative, Bramwell. And then, as the party moved out of their, I guess, plant discussion, they investigated the scene of the body. To say it as vaguely as possible, they looked at a body, and there is a hole with a monolith in it, and they did some investigation. There was a discussion before that with Bisk, the steward, about setting up a deal basically for information and also a murder weapon. That deal was signed separately by the pirates, who signed a deal that basically says find the murder weapon today or face criminal investigation yourself.
Hey, it was 24 hours.
Right. 24 hours. We'll just say that's one day. It doesn't matter how long it is, okay. In this world or whatever. We'll just call it a day.
Make sure.
Yeah. Surprise, days are 6 hours long. You're screwed. No. And at the end of the investigation, the very motley crew agreed to meet outside the House of Note and do some form of investigation. Letters were sent out in order to bring everyone there. A letter... Do you want to say who you sent letters to, if you sent letters, or do you want me to identify the information? You can if you want. It's up to you.
Like all of the letters I sent out?
Well, you don't have to, but the people who are here definitely got one. So I'll just say it because I sent them.
They knew.
Yeah, I mean.
Right. The parrots did not receive a letter, but the other people here did receive a letter, and Lenny also received a letter back. And I'll ask right now, do you want to disclose that letter or do anything with it as you sort of stand around waiting for everyone to gather?
Yeah, I'd probably disclose it. It seems a little suspect. Lenny.
Okay.
I don't know if it did to Rue, but
okay. That letter then says, where are you? Oh my gosh, I have so many channels. It basically says, hello, I remember you, you're great. In response to the letter that this dagger seller received. It also says, I'm not coming to this meeting if you're looking for fighting implements, because the request was, hey, give me information about the daggers that we looked at on your table because someone's looking for a murder weapon. It was suggested that the other side of the sigil might be a good place to do that investigation for weapons, because it has a bunch of more random stuff, I guess you would say. This side, not that there are classes, of course, but because everyone is worth an amount, but the other side does seem to be seedier. It does seem to be more raucous most of the time as you're walking around than the side we're standing on currently. And then the letter also says, it says, I think you're telling me a secret message while threatening me with a spider plant. And the letter says, we are watching them and we're not judging them, but they are creepy. Yes. And that's it. It's signed, your friend Bellin, Westgate House, fine items and general goods. That is the dagger seller that we met in the first session. Well, that Master Rue met anyway. So all that information is given to you. Yeah.
I would say I would probably ask the others if they might have an understanding of what they could be implying in that last paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were literally just offering a spider plant and are confused.
Yes. I think... I would assume you've all walked around the entire Sigil area. Right?
Am I in the group currently?
Yeah, so... I have another question, actually. Do you want to invite these people into your ship, or do you want to have this discussion out front?
Out front for sure.
All right, just making sure. I will put you down here with them.
I was told to just go to the house at midnight, so I don't know if I'd be there. I would walk straight in.
Yeah, so you would, like, if you walk to the House of Note, you can see this group. Like,
okay, right.
Yeah,
okay.
it's we're literally standing maybe, I don't know, 10 feet away, if that,
okay.
or you know.
Gotcha.
You would definitely be able to find these people and meet up at this discussion.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Okay.
So, you all think you've walked around, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Down here at the other side of, well, obviously it's sort of a square, but near where the garden is that the Sparks host, if you look this way, it's been here the whole time. You all would have seen it. This whole end of the building is basically covered in cobwebs and spider webs, excuse me. And they're just people from a house that hang out there. And you know, they get business coming and going as well, because this is a very inclusive place, right? And all sorts of entities have attended the Sigil in years past and in this year as well. So this, not to give you any information, but this is probably what they mean when they're talking about there's a creepy house and we're watching them too. And that is this one right here. So that's probably what they meant. It's
so
also,
I probably would have understood that, since like we're right next to them.
I think so. And in discussing it with anyone else, even if you've never walked through, like one of you must have seen them at some point, you know, the spider webs and stuff, cobwebs. So that's probably what they mean.
Okay.
And I know that there were subplots in our discussion on what the plan was. Do y'all want to work out the plan now and catch up Bramwell as well?
So it is nighttime.
Oh, yes, that is true. Let me set the scene. We are looking to enter the House of Note right here. And not that one, this one. It is currently nighttime.
So moody. I wonder if it's like easy to to see on Twitch.
Yeah, I think so, but I'm gonna give you a light anyway.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so
you meet here.
In terms of how long have we been here?
So you've probably been standing discussing maybe 10 minutes or something like that. You having basically built your ship right next to the House of Note. You've probably been here for hours, but everyone arrived sort of at the same time and have been discussing, just that letter and getting that information, maybe 10 minutes or so.
Okay. So no, that's good. That's good. Nope. Sorry.
Okay.
So,
go ahead.
What is the plan here? Why are we doing this at midnight?
Well, you see, it's I was thinking that we would benefit from getting the list of houses. Getting the list.
Okay. Yeah, but why are we doing it when it's dark?
Well, he's gonna be stealing it.
Huh?
What?
I
Why?
don't remember
Why?
that.
Why are we? Can't we just ask them?
Yeah, I think we can.
It takes too long to ask him.
I mean, I'm quite familiar with these people, so I'm pretty sure they'll let me in at least.
All right, fine. If you want to ask, go ahead. If it doesn't work, we can go and steal it.
Okay.
Right. Well, you
Parrot
can.
looks kind of sad. Kind of down.
While
I just thought it might be less crowded in there if we were there at night, so.
Well, that makes sense. Yes.
while you're having this discussion, a screaming band ball of goblins slapping each other sort of goes down the path, right behind you, just past, and keeps going.
I kind of shuffle so that Bramwell is between me and them, sort of just so I don't get splatted again.
True,
just
yeah.
Casually, just stretch my legs a bit.
Okay, nothing comes at you or anything. They just continue on down the path, having goblin fun.
No.
During your discussion, the other person who was invited walks up. Well, incredibly slowly walks up, I guess. The goblins almost bowl her over, and you see her way down the path, coming very slowly. And when she catches your eye, she says, "Oh, I'm coming. Hold on," and waves her hand up and appears to start going faster, but doesn't actually move any faster. So she's just headed this way very slowly. Hold on, I'm coming.
Who is? Does anyone know who that is?
Who be
I think
she, woman?
I think that's
mistaken
Mrs.
us.
Smith-Wells. I'll kind of walk towards her to assist her movement, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, when she hits the sand that you're sort of standing on, this sort of low dune, it slows her down even more. She's like, "Oh, not the shoes I should have worn. I'm coming. And she's holding several baskets with her as well.
What's in the baskets? Can I see?
They're like that closed picnic basket style.
Oh, okay.
So no, she's just carrying them, up towards you.
A bunch of Glocks.
So she gets close and she says, "Oh, I got your letter. Thank you so much for thinking of me again."
Yeah. I'm sorry. Actually, Rue isn't here right now. He had some business, but I'm his acquaintance, Lenny.
Pleasure, dear.
Nicely of you.
Pleasure. Yes, we had a discussion. He helped me out while choosing a gift for my granddaughter.
Yeah. How is
lovely.
that?
Well, we've unfortunately been locked here inside this place for several days, so I haven't had the chance to send it to her, but I'm sure she'll enjoy it, or maybe she won't actually need it. Hopefully, it's a dagger, of course.
Well, of course.
I be looking for a dagger. Well, what is this dagger you speak of?
Oh, it's
Dagger.
just a dagger I purchased as a gift. It's a sort of small bone dagger. It's
Where's
back
this lady
the
at?
place.
Is she next to me or something? Where is
Yeah. She's probably walked up by now, and she's probably like chilling with y'all.
Can I sniff her?
Yeah, sure. You want to like roll an investigation kind of thing or something?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. We'll do brilliance. Let me sniff her. Oh, jeez.
I got a 14.
Yeah, she smells like cookies and fresh baked bread. And that's what when the letter was sent, you know, it was, hey, you owe me cookies. We had discussed cookies. So I'd like to cash that in.
I want her to notice me awkwardly smiling at her.
Okay, I mean, there's not going to be any difficulty there. She says, oh, hello, dear. Are you associates of the House of Sparks?
No.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
how are you doing?
Well, the walk was quite far. Our stall is actually on the other side, down at the end of the sigil, so it's been quite an evening stroll, I'll tell you.
Oh, I'm so sorry you had to
sisters-
travel so far. Sorry.
Do I have sisters?
Hey, what be the name of ye third sister?
Do you know Meredith? I'm not sure if she's ever mentioned you before, but it's a pleasure.
We go long back, actually.
Oh,
She looked familiar. You look familiar. That's why I was wondering.
Okay. Well, thank you. I'm not, you know, in my age, the memory starts to go, so I apologize if I don't remember you. What? Why exactly did we need to meet at midnight?
Oh, I asked that as well.
I think Root was just thinking he would maybe want a snack, but then he had other business to attend to. But I can
see.
certainly make sure he gets a snack if you brought him one.
What? So you were just meeting for snacks in front of this ship, or?
Listen here, ye of frail
Yes?
legs. So we here to steal a list.
A list?
I don't need to ask for a
of
list.
what?
Right. These two want to ask for the list first. Ask. But
From-
if that doesn't work, I'll go get the list myself.
She smiles like really big and she says, oh dear, if you were looking for my recipes, I could have brought them, but they're actually back at the shop. I didn't bring a list or any papers or anything.
There is the list of houses from the House of Notes.
Oh! Oh, not from
you
me.
need
I thought this was some sort of recipe robbery or something at this point. I wasn't sure. I thought you meant from me.
I wouldn't give him ideas.
Yeah, well, if it's birdseed, then I might think about it. Birdseed.
I see. Are you kind people trying to do research or something to get us out of this mess, or is that what you need it for?
Yeah,
about right.
actually.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a fabulous idea. I won't be much help, but I did bring several boxes of cookies. And she like sets down the baskets, takes just one basket up and holds it out, you know, and like I said, it's picnic basket style. So it's got the like blanket sort of thing on the inside, but it's full of cookies. And she says, you're welcome to have a midnight snack. That's why I'm here. Holds out the cookies to y'all.
Can I roll something to see how valuable these cookies are?
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any abilities that would help
Yes,
or whatever?
I would love to use treasure sense on this.
Yeah, are these treasure worthy? Yeah, check it out, dude.
All right. Let me see a d20 then. And with the modifiers, that'll add up to what would that be?
Your investigation is, I mean, it's, well, you're looking for treasure. No, I still think that's like a brilliance sort of investigation kind of thing, you know?
Okay, well then that's my roll. I rolled an 11.
11 total.
Yep.
You look into this basket, and I think, you know, when you open that like big blue tin of cookies that everyone keeps their sewing things in, it's probably just an assortment of cookies like that, shortbread cookies, you know, some in stars, some in little swirls. Okay. Are they the best cookies you could find here at the Sigil? It doesn't seem like that's the case, but they do appear to just be hand-baked, homemade cookies, ready
for humanoids.
Yes, they are for people who consume food. Yes, entities that consume food. Yeah,
it's not necessarily the best bird cookie as well.
Correct. After you side smashed me, yes, last time I did some research into exactly what parrots can consume.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then if I don't see anything else aside from the medium quality cookies, then that's it for me. I'm just gonna remain silent.
Okay, cool.
You just stare into the basket and then just sort of back up. Is there something wrong with them?
No, I just...
You know, it's fine. It's fine. Some people don't like sweets. I understand. And she like closes the basket and starts to collect them, you know.
Wait. I think they look so good.
I'll have some.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Life's better.
Of course. I can wait if you need. I can, you know, it doesn't have to be now if, you know. It's fine. I understand.
I mean, you walked all this way, and I feel a little bit bad,
I did.
to be honest.
Okay.
That's the point. Who invited the old woman?
Well, Rue did, because he thought that maybe we would want a snack as we research stuff. Is that a problem?
I guess this buddy could use some.
Then the pirate goes and grabs like a handful of cookies, crumbles some in the process. Clearly not regarding for the integrity of the individual.
Yeah.
Just
close the basket. You just
starts crunching it, and some pieces of the cookies fell off and get stuck in his beard. It's kind of a mess.
Okay.
Well,
sure. She's like blown away, sort of, but trying to hide it. You know, she's just, found your appetite, did you? Okay. She just like, I guess, holds up the basket after he dives his hand into it. So she's like, okay. Anyone else? And flips up the other side because again it's picnic basket style. She says there are others on the other side as well if you'd like a fresh one.
I would take one. Oh, thank you very much.
Oh,
I would
sure.
take a couple.
Okay.
I'll make sure Rue gets one of these. Thank you.
Perfect. No, it's
poisoned.
Over in my hand into the basket, but I don't take any.
okay.
Take it away.
So you just reach your hand in.
And then I smile at her again.
Oh, okay. Are you trying to pretend like you took a cookie?
No.
Okay. Just checking. No. It's just to each their own. That's fabulous. Okay.
Joel's just taking in the scene and just like looking back towards his stand. looking back towards the a bunch of weirdos.
Did you want a cookie or anything, sir, back there?
Oh no, I've already taken one. That's one.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I'm good with this one, thank you.
Fabulous. Okay, well, I'll be headed on. I'm probably going to take a break or two on my way back. It's fairly late, but I do love the stars above during a walk. She's
The silver lining.
Thank you. I look forward to maybe you visiting us in the future if you'd like, instead of meeting here randomly, but that's fine. And she starts to walk away with these baskets.
Wait, lady, where are you located?
Sort of catty corner to this area of the Sigil. There's a big airship over there, and in front there's, between the airship and a rock formation, our small, humble bakery stand sits there waiting for customers. Okay, dears, I'll be on my way.
Remember, snitches get stitches.
Of course, I'm aware. Yes, sir. And she heads on back.
I'll make sure we bring you some nice plants.
Thank you, dearie. Thank you. Okay, I'm looking for the closest entrance. It's right here, actually.
It's very, very nice of you to get food for our endeavor.
I mean, it was Rue's idea. He's hungry.
Right. Right. So, yeah, it's just a list of houses. I mean, I'm sure that's probably just public information, to be honest. So people can do business. Probably one of the first things we'll see when we go in, to be honest.
Probably.
Well, I gotta say that lady had a lot of soul in her.
Yeah, she seems really nice.
Yeah.
Quite good. It was quite pure.
Well, it sounds like she's right near where you're parked, so we could stop in and say hi to her.
Oh yeah, I gotta stop her.
Okay. Sounds like you just want to walk over to the House of Note and ask, right?
Yeah.
I'll be
Let's
waiting
start with you.
outside. You go ahead and see if you can get the list in the boring way.
Right. It's the legal way.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I said.
And I imagine there's going to be plenty of excitement for you in the future.
Awesome.
Well, let's hope not.
As you head this way, again, so close. You're right there at there are several entrances, but just head over
What did you do?
right this way.
What is this list?
No, I'm waiting outside. I'm waiting right there.
You're waiting way over here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna leave right here?
I'm not gonna expose myself when they are gonna
literally
show up and ask for the thing that's gonna.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it.
What are we doing? Sorry. What are we doing? What is the list? And
They're looking for a list of houses at the Sigil, so we can start going through it and looking for people that were maybe against Lance.
They're also looking for... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say we're also maybe seeing if there's, I don't know, any weapons dealers or anything like that.
Yes. The House of Note, it was decided, may have records not only of all the houses, but previous deals that have been agreed upon, or any other maybe information that might lead to a murderer or a murder weapon or a plot or any of that stuff. So the idea was to go to the House of Note and do research, basically.
I turn around and I say, hey guys, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but this list thing, you just kind of get it going, and then I can get it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm very personable, put it that way.
Okay, sure. If you want to give it a go.
Sure.
Yeah, if you can just, start the conversation, kind of, I don't really know, if you can kind of like, and then I'll kind of bing bong boom it.
Bing bong boom it. Perfect. As the party of 3 now, watched by a pirate, approaches the entrance to the House of Note, they meet an attendant wearing the traditional robes. House of Note. You all know that House of Note is one of the only houses that has more people than normal, just because they're keeping a bunch of records and stuff like that. So it's funded by the Empire. They are just a bunch of scribes and clerks and stuff like that. And this one meets you at the door and says, "Hello and welcome to the House of Note. I apologize to inform you that due to the circumstances we find ourselves in, we have closed down operations temporarily for the night and every night after, say, 11-ish, just so that we can compile all the data that we've been receiving, because, of course, as I'm sure you've been involved, there are many, many deals occurring, and we're actually currently understaffed. The situation seems to have caused several people to flee or something. We're not really sure. They did not give us note as they should have. So I apologize. I just wanted to let you know. But what brings you to the House of Note?
How did they flee? There's a big, dome thing.
That is an excellent question. I don't know.
Did anyone see them flee?
Oh, no, it's just they haven't been arriving for their shifts. It's, just here and there. Every sigil, of course, someone gets involved in a love tryst and leaves, or finds out that they may be related to some, high-ranking house or something, and they decide, based on the records, that they want to go pursue that. We lose a couple people here and there. Every sigil. It's just natural attrition, but it has left us rather understaffed right now.
Do they normally come back?
Well, yes, they do, of course, come back. Eventually, people want, their hours worked compensation. They normally contact us, but I mean, that sort of thing can be handled even weeks from now. So it's not an alarming thing if that's what you're seeming to indicate, but it just happens.
Is there anyone that you wouldn't have expected to be caught up in a love tryst or something, disappear?
Well, yes, of course. I do think there might be a couple of people that I thought were very good workers, but seem to have disappeared on us. But this is a high turnover business. The days are long, and the work is even longer. So, in these staffing positions, there is often turnover, sometimes with no conversation beforehand. So yeah,
I understand that, but sometimes people disappear.
Oh well,
And she kind of stares at him.
Yes, that's true. Of course, sometimes people do disappear. Are you perhaps doing research into disappearing people? That's an interesting course of study. If you want to come back in the morning, that would be I would love to help you. Well, it won't be my shift, actually. I have to get at least 4 hours tonight of sleep, I'm hoping. But then I will be able to help you, maybe over breakfast or something?
If you're busy now, you're going to be far too busy in the morning. You're just trying to get rid of us so you can go and sleep. That's obvious.
Sir, no. How many times have I seen you come through the House of Note to look something inane up? And we're always welcoming
excuse me,
you in.
Inane?
Of course, your
what
research,
do you mean? Inane?
No, you just.
How dare
Sir,
you?
I apologize. I apologize. I simply meant that your lines of research are not the norm that many people do research upon. That was my own.
Yes. That word for that is not inane.
Right.
Is it?
Unique, of course. Right.
Right. And what is your job? Is it to judge other people's research? Is that your job?
Sir, no, of course not. No. But I do assist with research, and the best way I can assist you right now is to get back to cataloging the items of the day, and then tomorrow I can help you with whatever you need. I can even, maybe prepare it if you want to sort of leave what you're looking for. Maybe I could prepare it.
Look, I need something, and I need it now.
Whoa.
This is very important business. This is Sigil business.
This
not
person
house business.
Is like moving to stand in the way, like very much blocking the path for sure, and says, no, I understand. This is very important, and there's a lot going on that is unique to the situation, but I just can't. The House of No has decided that we can't field something like that right now.
Yes, they may have decided, but you're not the House of No. You're just one of its many representatives.
Yes.
I want to speak to someone who's made this decision.
Oh, of course. Unfortunately, the people who make the decisions get a lot more sleep than I do. So you can't currently speak to anyone. I do apologize for that, but tomorrow you can definitely leave a glowing review of the House of Note with my supervisor.
Is it a big enough commotion?
Yeah, I'm sort of yelling. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's nighttime. Yeah.
Slowly approach the other side while this is going on.
You're gonna go, like walk this way and go around
to the right, without
to the
going in
right.
front of the,
Through the inside, where the old lady
or
went.
Perhaps just like looking inside the doors, the windows, see if it, there's a lot more people, if they're all concentrated on the commotion and stuff.
Yeah, of course. So if you walk in through this door, and you're looking, it's not, it's not blocked off. There's no walls or anything. So the old lady is sitting right here. She made it only inside to this chair right here. So she's right here. And then, you can come in and look across the ropes if you'd like.
Sure, but I want to be sneaky about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then let's do a presence roll and sneak. Maybe that'll help. Yeah.
All right. Presence roll. That was a 17.
Okay. You don't have any peg legs or anything like that, do you?
No.
Okay. So you just come in and you sort of sneak over to the ropes, I guess, right here. The old lady seems to have dozed off right here on the chair, so you're definitely good there from what it looks like, and you're just gonna I don't know if I want to get super close like that.
Okay, well, take a look around first, see how.
All right, from the entrance.
Yeah, from the entrance.
Okay.
Poke my head in.
All right. I'll take a brilliance roll. Do an investigation.
Oh, great, not brilliance. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 6 total.
6 total. What was the original roll?
7.
Oh, okay. So you see this person is standing inside on the other side of the wall, so you can see them over the rope arguing with the people outside. And then from there, you can also see there's another one of them standing at the other entrance right here on the other side. They are scribes. You also don't see any other scribes within the House of Note. It's all darkness, as you can see.
Cool. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For now, I think I'm just gonna stand near the door, see if I can't wait a good opportunity to do something.
You wait here for the discussion. Okay.
Well. Yeah, I guess that would be kind of stupid, wouldn't it? I guess I let's do it like that then. I'll enter the house of note, and then I'll find somewhere to hide.
You're gonna go hide in the house of note?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, I'll take another presence roll to see how hidden you are. Well, on that 17, you can make it to the center, I think, and be pretty well hidden. Maybe like right here. Yeah.
Is that a person?
you wouldn't have been able to see them from over there, but when you do approach, there is another one standing right here.
Okay.
But you're hidden from that one too. They're at like a bookshelf or whatever. Not visible from the entrance that we're at, but they would be visible from the other entrance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't want to hog too much of the time.
Yeah.
So.
No, you're good. We shift back to the discussion at the front, I guess. The commotion, as it were, to a person saying, I understand your need, but look around, and like they wave their hand up at the dome, you know, that's like sort of shimmering in the moonlight, and they're like, we're all in need right now. We're just trying to make it through as best we can, and I'm sure you're doing the same, and that's wonderful.
No, I don't even look. Your hands aren't even covered in ink. You're not even writing.
Of course, yes. I know. It's tedious having to tell people that I don't have time to help them. It's awful.
Oh, it's terrible. Mark my words, next year you won't even be here if I have my way. I've got plenty of new inventions.
I'm not with these people. I have a question.
Okay. Oh yeah, yes, sir. This is the line. If you'll step out of the way, you know, I'll assist the next customer as best I can.
Oh, right, yeah. Is his research going to be less inane?
No, I do apologize again. I just want to let you know beforehand, we are incredibly understaffed. I know you're not with them, so you might not have heard, but we're very understaffed, and we're just trying to do as much compilation of all of the information we received during the day, of all the deals and all the records requests and everything. So we are currently closed to the public just so that we can complete all of the information gathering we need to do. How can I help you?
My God, that's horror. I'm gonna get my ass whipped later if I don't get this now.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if you've ever been whipped on your ass. It's not good, let me tell you, but you know, I don't know if you could help me because I really need to sit down later and eat something.
I can't. If you want to leave the request, I could try. Yes. Whipping isn't really one of the methods we use, but of course, a list of houses, that makes sense. It's of course I could try and get that for you tomorrow, but
what the fuck is the list?
we would need to copy it from the master list.
Right? Yeah. I mean, maybe you can. Can I?
Master.
Can I see it? Do you have it on you by chance?
I don't. No, it's actually fractured into several unique regions, I guess, of who's attending and what they're bringing and their application processes and stuff. And then there's of course a book of errors and so it's a lot of, you know, compilation work again. Like I said,
maybe like.
Was
it trash of like, you know, maybe you messed up a little bit and you had to restart?
No, you mean like records that we, you know, didn't complete or whatever, right?
Where do you keep that? Where do you?
We do have those incinerated so that there aren't incomplete copies, because then later someone might reference that incomplete copy. Excuse me, thinking about coffee right now. It is past everyone's bedtime, is it not? So yes, we do incinerate those so that no one references incomplete materials. Yeah.
Really. I mean, you can't do anything for me. Like, my butt is gonna.
Look, I can do research into maybe like a topical cream that you might be able to apply or something. Tomorrow, definitely. First thing, if you want to come by around 11, that would be wonderful. We could have breakfast and go over the list and stuff, you know. Maybe I could take a 8-minute break.
I'm allergic to breakfast. It makes me throw up prominently everywhere.
Yeah, okay. When's the last time you had breakfast? Just want to make sure you're not near the note portion of the house.
I don't have
note.
breakfast. That's right.
Oh, perfect.
So the list.
Yes.
That's why we need the list, because there's a lot of people that are allergic to breakfast.
Right. I'm not allergic to breakfast, but when I eat eggs, it makes my tummy hurt. But I'm actually trying to figure out if that's because when I eat, it's early and I haven't broken my fast yet. It just happens to be.
Oh, so you've got time to talk about your bloody breakfast, but you haven't got time to help me.
Sir. Okay. I'm just explaining that we can't help. I really wish
we could.
Yes.
Give me goddamn list.
I can't. If you're trying to be upset, I understand, and I'm trying to help you, but I just can't.
If you just given us,
it's probably on the binder on you. You probably have it in that little folder, right?
No, like I said, it's in multiple pieces, spread out around the different regions.
You were in multiple pieces.
Sir, is that a threat? How? And like they get all indignant,
Can I sneak behind him?
Yeah, sure. You're trying to get like right up behind them.
Right up behind him.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take another presence roll for that then.
Shit. Here we go. I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
What's your modifier?
It's +2, so it's a 3 over.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
As you...
Oh,
okay,
God.
I'll take a grit roll too.
A grit roll? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's 11 total.
11. Anyone else eat cookies?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'll take a grit roll from you too.
God damn it. It's
14.
mind-altering effects, then
14?
Yes.
It is not mind-altering, no.
Damn it.
I got a 16.
Oh, you had cookies too? Okay, so... not mind-altering, but how does it affect you? So as you move towards this person who's having an argument, you experience I guess it's like fatigue, right? It's trying to put you to sleep as you walk. Like it's very, very strong. So go ahead.
I mean, the body ate it, not the parrot.
Right.
If it's something related to sleep, then it's like central nervous system. I don't think it would work.
You don't think the body would experience the like
unless it's muscular fatigue.
It's like
there's a freaking dog.
Yeah, you took like a lot of horse tranquilizer, basically. Like a lot, because you ate a bunch of cookies. You don't think that would affect the body?
Tranquilizer?
Yeah. So it's trying to numb you and then put you to sleep.
Okay, well...
I do think it would affect the body. If the parrot had ate it, it probably would have died because they were cookies.
Can I notice this? Do I notice them getting...
So
something
as it's all going to happen sort of all at once. So as I don't know, whatever this pirate's name is, moves forward, they're going to experience the like lethargy or whatever it is, the sort of loss of function or whatever, and maybe like stumble into a bookcase or something like that. As they stumble, they're definitely going to see this other person who's standing just behind on the left here in the shadows, and on the outside you're going to start feeling like sort of woozy and stuff. So any of your like movement stuff, any of your actions are going to take penalties for like 3 rounds or so. If you can sort of fight it off, and we'll continue to do grit rolls to see if you fight it off, but you're gonna feel real sleepy soon. 15 is what we were looking for, so Gerald starts to feel like, you know, that late night woozy kind of feeling, and like his limbs kind of going loose.
Yeah, I'm trying to point really aggressively, and it's kind of limp.
Yeah, you're like pointing sort of downish, but you think you know you're trying to.
Yeah.
And yeah, you would, standing right behind him, you would definitely notice, or I guess he's behind you, but you would still notice that he's feeling these effects.
So what exactly happened?
So what happened was you moved forward, you recognize a person right here. This person knows you're there too, and we're just seeing sort of if Bramwell is going to do anything as he recognizes this lethargy set in on Gerald.
It's gonna charm the guy.
The person in front of you? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't have my... Oh, well, I'll just get a regular die. I will roll to resist it if you'll hit him with the brilliance, and you said it's charm, so it's like an ability. Right?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. I got a 13. Oh, I should have done it in the game. Shoot. I'm going to re-roll it in the game. That's what I would prefer.
15.
All right. This is what I was looking for. I can't believe I did it. I'm really sad. As you charm this person, they resist it with a 2, but it's because your magic acts differently, and so not only do they resist it, they sort of bleed all of their thoughts into you that they're thinking right now. So you hear just like waves of their consciousness blowing over you, like, oh, I gotta get these guys out of here, I'm gonna die if I don't, someone's gonna kill me, they're waiting inside. You hear all of this stuff sort of blown back at you as they resist, but it goes far beyond what it should have, and you hear all this information come back at you, and it's also like that guy's research really is inane. He researches really stupid stuff. I don't know you, but you look really cool. You know, like all sorts of information comes back at you like that.
Gosh, my microphone? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so we'll call this sort of as initiative now, with you acting first, them acting second. This person, this person.
Who am I fighting?
You're not technically fighting anyone necessarily, but you did act against them, and just to make sure that we keep it, you know, in line or whatever, it'll be you, that person. And then because Gob Pirate stepped up, this person, noticing you, is going to attack you because you are inside where you should not be. I left my die out there. There it is. Hui! Just going to be a simple strike towards you. You surprised them, but you also encountered your cookie fiasco. So if you roll grit against just a 4,
disadvantage or something?
No, there's no disadvantage or anything like that. It's
I mean, you can tell me like -1 modifier, whatever.
Oh, because of the cookies stuff.
Because, yeah.
Yes. So because of the cookies, it's -2. -2 is the modifier for it. They are very, very strong.
I rolled another 1.
Okay.
So that's a -1 roll. First negative roll, let's go.
Okay, perfect. I'll take my D6.
Pirate's dead.
Just 1. So you take 1 point of damage from, again, sort of like a surprised person who lunges back at you. and attempts to stab you back. It's a glancing blow, sort of maybe on your ribs or something. And then everyone else would definitely hear the commotion inside. And I do think we should go, either one of you that wants to act first, you're welcome to react.
I think because I'm a bit addled by the cookies, I'll be like,
Okay.
oh, so there are other people inside. I'm going to go and sit down, swarm me out, and I'll try and push my way in.
Okay.
Not really.
I'm
Noticing
gonna
its
take
combat.
I'm gonna take the push as
A sort of
an
stumble,
attack,
sort
because that
Okay.
guy is going to stop you no matter what. So
Yeah.
if you push him,
I sort of
you're
imagine
pushing him.
myself like drunk falling into him, sort of,
Yeah,
like, weak,
exactly,
sort of
yeah.
pushed to the side, but it's not really.
Okay. Well, I'll still take your
So real quick,
Yeah.
just remind
combat.
me,
Go ahead.
how much health do we have again?
It is your grit.
My grit, right? Okay.
So would that be a combat roll?
Yes, combat.
Okay, that's
Physical.
6.
Okay, they had a 15, so they sort of push you past them, I guess. You continue on forward, but they don't take any damage from your shove or whatever, and they retain their stance sort of at the door, but you would push past them sort of in there. You would immediately see the other person who's in there, and Gob's Pirate. And then Lenny, any actions you want to
You
do?
moved Nitro.
Itro's this sexy guy right here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I can see that like things are about to not go well.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It seems like a fight is breaking out at the front of the House of Note.
All right. I guess I would like to try to use my empowering speech.
Here's your Illuminati pizza.
What's up, Preceptor?
What's up? Now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Use my empowering speech ability to try to calm everyone down a bit before stuff hits the fan.
Okay, interesting. So you're casting it at everyone? Like in a cone?
I don't know. Sure.
Okay, cool.
Speech, like anyone who listens. to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone that
who
can hear me.
Yeah. Okay. That would definitely be a brilliance roll, and then we'll all roll to
Brilliance.
resist it.
It's not presence.
Oh, I mean, if you think it's presence, then yeah, sure, it's presence.
I think it's presence.
Okay, it's your
She's trying to
ability.
command the ears of everyone.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's grit to resist.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
unless you can say like, oh, I have an ability or something that could resist it.
I got a 5.
Okay. Oh, I got to roll.
And I add my normal modifier to this as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. It's a 21.
God damn.
Oh, let me roll
I got
on
a 16.
I got a 3.
Cool. 3. Is that a 3 with modifier?
I'm like,
What'd you say? Your mic.
I got a 3.
Okay,
Then I
just
got
total.
a -2 for my.
Okay,
my
gotcha.
-1 then. Sorry, whatever.
Okay. Well, the person who's blocking the door definitely immediately is like, whoa, I'm chill, even though they just got shoved. The more prepared person inside is very much combat oriented, so they are going to resist that.
Okay.
And then it sounds like Bramwell is chilling a little bit more, and Gob's Pirate also.
Yeah,
Right?
I rolled a 16. So,
And that's probably due to the cookies, right? Like, they're just making you a little more
Everyone
loose.
just had some cookies.
Yeah. Do you think this person on the other side could hear that speech around the building?
I don't know.
Okay. 1, 2, 10. 30 meters. I think that makes sense. I'm gonna roll for them too. They hear something and they're like, yeah, it is a nice night, I'm definitely chill, and they actually like start to walk away, like I'm just gonna enjoy the night. Yeah, nah, I'm good, bro, I'm good. And they start walking this way, and I don't think you would affect anyone else necessarily.
Me, guessing.
Yeah, so you're chilling, Bramwell's chilling, and the guard scribe is chilling.
Did I need to roll grit on my turn for the cookie effect again?
Yes, when it comes back around. So,
okay.
Well, that's fine. We'll just consider that the first roll that we all did as your first turn or whatever, because it all sort of happened, right then. Cool. Yeah. Things that you can't see occur, and then we're back to Itro, right? Itro was first, yeah.
So what did the speed?
What'd you say, God?
What am I chilling?
No, nothing.
Okay. Yeah. What does your ability do exactly?
So essentially, I'm just trying to speak in a manner that's charismatic and talking about how there's just a lot of confusion right now, and I think we're all trying to achieve common goals, and I think everyone just needs to take a little coffee break.
Okay. So I think that the characters
I'm just gonna go walk away and get some coffee. I don't.
Well, the characters who are aligned with you would just feel like, yeah, we're here and we're sort of right, like it doesn't need to be a fight. So you wouldn't necessarily leave or anything, but the scribe who's standing in front of you, yeah, so that person would probably move out of the way and let you do whatever you wanted because they're chilling. So you could just, confidently, it sounds like, do whatever you need to do or whatever you choose to do, sort of without opposition.
So is it my turn then to do?
Yes, it's on you. Anything you want to do it up.
I will attack that man.
the chillin', bro?
No, the
Oh, okay.
The guy that's attacking Gob.
Yeah, okay, cool. The one on the inside. Nice. So this person's sort of over here having a discussion, probably back turned to you. Cool.
Wait, so
yeah, are you gonna
affected by the chilling?
The combat oriented one was not, no.
No, but Itro was?
Itro was, but the way it works is like, based on how she described it, it just means like our side makes sense to be here and to do what we're trying to do, so stop resisting us. And because
it doesn't affect it.
It doesn't make you like want to leave or be quiet or any of that stuff. It just means like we're sort of in the right, and what we're gonna do is what we should do, unless you don't consider yourself aligned with Linny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bramwell's about to calmly take a life.
If he wants to. So yeah, are you casting an ability or just attacking with a weapon?
I'm just attacking with daggers. My daggers.
Okay, cool.
So did I roll a 6?
That would be a combat ability first to see if you hit him, and I will roll against you. I keep moving my die outside or something. I'll just bring it back in here. Oh, I heard it for real. Oh, whoops. I accidentally rolled twice.
Probably did not. I got a 3.
What's your combat modifier?
Combat ability?
Yeah, combat ability modifier, yeah.
The modifier's -2.
-2? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
He's
person,
the steward, not the champion.
Yeah, I know. This person moves like they're very, prepared for combat. So they rebuke your attack sort of from behind, and then Gob's turn comes first. I should have written this down. And then he will go after you, Gob, the guy you're fighting.
All right. I will refrain from using.
I say, take that, you cheeky fellow.
Nice.
I got you. I will refrain from using gunpowder weapons, considering it's in the middle of the night.
Sure, if you want to.
I will not use it. I will refrain from using
whatever you choose to do.
Weapons. So in that case, I will use an ability, swashbuckling.
Okay.
So the pirate's gonna unsheath his saber and his cutlass rather. He's gonna do some flaunting, and he's gonna throw it up and then catch it with the other hand. It's just some fancy stuff, just to kind of intimidate the guy. And then at the end of the day, he's just gonna punch him with the with the handle.
Okay.
Right in the nose.
And that's combat with
that's
ability.
Okay. Let me roll it. With the ability, that's gonna be pretty hefty. Wow, that's a lot. Hold up. Damn, that's a +5 modifier. Let's see.
Oh snap!
Holy shit! And a nat 20.
Oh my
so
gosh!
That's 25 total.
Okay, cool. So this guy, normal fights don't go this way. So he's like really confused by the, I guess, display. And when you punch him, he's not ready. He's looking at the blade, right? So you definitely connect right into this dude. And then roll a d6.
Sure. That's a 4.
Okay.
Is there
Good job.
Modifier here or something?
There's not nat 20s and not nat 1s. I mean, they exist, but it's not like, oh, you got something. Oh, but you have gear, right? You could apply it, maybe a saber or something if you have
I already
gear.
did the cutlass for combat ability, so it's either or, right?
It's ability and then gear. Yes. So it's on your attack, the D20 roll, you can apply your ability or you can apply your gear, but then you can't apply your gear on the strike as well.
Right, then I'm sorry, it was a 23 and not a 25, and then it's
that works.
6 damage.
6 damage, yeah. Cool. This guy takes a hefty blow, and it like breaks his nose for sure, and cracks probably the bone above his eyebrow and sort of impairs his vision a little bit. He's fully ready to fight, but he's definitely a little impaired, I guess, and he took a hefty blow there. And then it moves to Gilbert?
Take that.
Gerald.
Gerald, jeez Louise, why can't I remember your dang names? Okay, cool.
Okay, so I've just stumbled in here, not feeling great.
Yeah.
I don't really have any weapons, so I think, oh no, and I'm just going to use my really heavy prospectus to just slap him away from me.
You're really heavy.
I'm not a combat guy.
Okay.
So, well, I am, but a fireball in here doesn't seem like a good plan.
What are you using to attack him?
Using the massive perspectives I carry around, like this leather-bound book. Just hitting me on the face of it. Yeah. That is a 15. It wasn't that 20, but I'm -5 combat.
Damn.
Oh, I can't see it. 12. So this guy bats away your silly attack. Bleeding down his face, but still aware that he is surrounded. Yeah, what'd you get? Sorry, my bad.
I got 15.
I thought you said it was 15, but you had -5.
No, sorry. It was a nat 20, but I got -5.
Oh, my bad. I misunderstood. Okay, then, poor guy. He's just standing in a room being beat to death. So yeah, you definitely connect with
me.
Yeah, well, true. So you connect. Roll your damage there, which is a d6.
Yep. 3.
All right. You gonna hit him on the same side or the other side?
Probably just flat on face, you know.
This guy's
Right.
face.
I'm not gonna have a nose when this is over.
You smash his face. It like pushes his chin down into his neck and gives him a wonderful lump on the top of his head. And he sort of steps back, in the kind of, whoa, what's happening right now kind of thing. Still on his feet, but swaying, definitely. And then we move to Linny outside.
She's gonna sigh and then look to the steward guy and say, "You might want to go wake your bosses up." And then I'm gonna try to actually just go in and peek up to see what sort of papers they might have scattered about, just to see if they've been working on anything that might be relevant to our situation.
You mean the scribe? You're gonna tell him you should go?
Oh, sorry.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure we're talking about, because there's a bunch of stewards standing around. Okay, cool.
Sorry. Yeah, the guy that was at the door.
Yeah, he seems pretty, because you have commanded him and you sort of have charge. He's sort of like, yeah, I guess I should. He'll walk away and mumble, well, there's no one to tell. They already know. And then he'll just sort of walk away, I guess, around the building. The scribes have probably a place where they like to meet. So the first one probably went there, on their breaks and stuff, their 8-minute breaks. He's probably going to head out that way too. And then you want to do research right now?
Yeah, I want to look to see what things they're working on, if there's anything that sticks out as related to what's happening.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so you'll move inside.
That's what we're here for, right?
Yeah. I'm worried. Cool. Do a sort of an investigation roll with brilliance.
10.
10. It looks like a bunch of excuse me. The stuff by the door seems, I guess, really inane is the word for it. There's a bunch of information sort of right around you that's very bland and doesn't seem really related to anything that's going on sphere-wise, weapon-wise, king-wise. None of that stuff is here, in fact. You don't find anything like that, to the point that it seems weird. Okay. And then this guy is going to come out.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's going to try and hit the pirate from behind, because you are the closest person to him. So he's going to try and club you from behind on a 19, buddy. Roll some grit.
Yikes. All right. That's a 14.
Oof. Unlucky.
What
Where's
is
my
he hitting me with?
This guy uses clubs, so he's got a big sort of cudgel, I guess is the way to say it.
Okay.
Oh, where'd my die go? And you'll take 3 more damage from behind as you get clubbed in the back. It's probably going to go across your back, sort of shoulders area.
There is no moan of pain. There is not even there's barely a reaction.
Okay. Oh yeah, true. That's cool. So that happens.
Like the Parrot actually didn't even notice the guy was there.
Aw, dang, because we're inside. There they are.
That was 3 damage, right?
Yes. As he finishes his blow, a large thump is heard
Oh damn.
as the rat gentleman from the top appears, and then a slithering sort of hiss down a pole as the Naga appears across the rope. And they are headed towards the House of Note as well. But yes, true. So I'll do rat first, cudgel guy, rat, and then Naga. And we are back to Bramwell.
So, what's your health?
My
Drop
health?
cell?
Do you need a heal?
Total or current? Nah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Okay. Geez, none of these spells would work in here because I would pretty much damage everyone. Everyone's like facing. That guy's facing away, and okay. I just have to attack that guy again. 'Cause I can't do.
So when you say your spells would do damage, you don't think you'd be able to target just enemies?
Fire vortex. Destroy.
Well, I
all
worry
the
about
nodes.
crossfire.
Yeah, I got you.
If it misses, it'll hit Gob.
Okay.
You don't know this
My
guy, it's
main
fine.
spell that I was thinking about, but
Yeah.
I also have a flash of light that blinds, but that would blind everyone in the room. Why do that?
Yes. True. I do think
What
it
does
would
blind
make
do?
blind would just stop them for a round, basically. So, for example, if you blinded into the room, anyone who couldn't see just might move some, but they wouldn't be able to strike accurately or cast a spell on something that they couldn't see, that sort of junk. So, if I do think it makes sense to say something like, hey, close your eyes when I say, or something like that, and then on the next turn do it, so you could prep it with words this time, do your strike, and then on your next turn cast blind. That makes sense.
Okay. But I could cast an ability this turn, right? Or
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna next turn. Hey guys, in about a minute or 10 minutes, who knows about this battle here? I'm gonna blind the whole room, so you guys gotta look away. But enemy, you guys that are fighting, look away.
I do. I don't think it would be said like that. I think it would be like, close your eyes when I say, close them, or something like that. You know what I mean? So that the enemy doesn't know what's coming.
Guys, close your eyes when I say them in about 10 minutes from now.
3 seconds from now.
3 seconds from now. 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah.
Sort of
okay.
in my head.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to attack that man, that little goblin man.
Okay. Another combat attack.
Yep.
Cool.
Try this again.
Ooh, jeez.
Nope, that's not gonna work at all.
This guy blocks from behind, completely ready. He knows he's clocked everyone in this room. He knows where you are. He's ready to defend himself. So he does so. The scribe has left. So that guy's out. And then Gob, it's on you.
Okay.
You definitely know there's a guy behind you, and you definitely know there are 2 more coming.
Okay. So I did notice the guy behind me. Good.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind you, you know?
Okay. What do I want to do? Could I do like a perception or could I look around and look for something and attack in the same turn?
Yeah, if you want to like try, I guess you're looking for information on these people, or are you looking for?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
I want
do it
to.
up.
I want to specifically look for any weapon they are using that could have been the weapon used to murder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, any short swords or daggers or any weapon really that could replicate the same wound pattern as the body.
Okay.
That's found in the body.
Throw down some brilliance. It's got to be right. Perception.
I guess.
Actually, wait.
There's nothing else that. Unless
You-
combat ability, actually, because that pertains to how weapons work and.
That's true. I was gonna say you're sort of looking for treasure, right? So,
Yeah, I'm also gonna use treasure sense.
yeah. I think that combat or even presence does make sense because you are definitely a fighter. You're a pirate. You're looking for the things you're familiar with, right? So,
Right. I don't know about presence, but combat ability makes sense.
okay, yeah, do it up.
Okay, so that's gonna be a. Holy shit! 21 total.
21. Okay.
Yeah,
None of these
originally at
weapons. None of these weapons, even the ones on the people sort of around you, even your own party, don't really look like what you would be, what you would use. You would know that the weapon used was relatively small and would probably be wielded by a small, sneaky person. And you also notice that the one in front of you is wearing a tooth pin on their armor. The one behind you is wearing a claw pin. The rat person has a claw pin on them as well. And the snake person, a naga, has a nail. And because you are so combat oriented, you would know that the House of Tooth, House of Nail, or House of Tooth, Claw, and Nail are
Nice.
assassin houses that often work together. Their services aren't widely known, but they do have front organizations that they sort of hide behind. But when you find one, you often find all three working together.
Right.
Right.
So there are 3 separate houses, but they often or almost always act together.
Yes, they specialize in different things, but their specialties work well together. So when one of them gets a job that, say, needs someone else that has sort of a better skill set, they often work together with those other houses.
Okay. So I know them.
You know of them. You know that they only show these pins when they're working these kinds of jobs, and when they aren't working these jobs, they hide their pins, but they always have them on them. Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's sort of like
like a
advertising. Yeah, they're like advertising their fraternity, basically, of assassins.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that being said, with this information, I'm gonna do the same thing I was gonna do anyways, which is
Of course.
attack the little guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see. Should I use this again? Why not? Let's fuck him up. So I'm gonna do the same flaunting. It worked one time.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
might
I
work
mean-
another time. So the pirate is gonna throw the sword up. He's actually gonna balance the sword as it falls on top of his boot. Then he's
Whoa.
gonna throw it up, and then he's just gonna kick the flat side of the blade towards the guy, and the sword is gonna hit the guy with the flat face on his nose, just to
Yeah.
double down on the wound.
Oh, jeez.
Hopefully it works.
All right.
It's gonna be a. Let's see.
I think I beat it. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled an 8. God damn it.
8 with your ability.
8 total.
2?
8 total. Yeah.
Oof. All right, this guy has seen your tricks before. Even though he's sort of partially blind, he knew what was coming, right? You start doing some junk, and he's like, "Hold on, let me wait for whatever's happening while you finish your trick." And then he sort of bats the flat of your sword away. Unfortunately, it probably goes towards you, so you might be able to pick it up easily.
Sick.
Because you just kicked your weapon away.
It would have been so stylish. Come on.
And then, because you're just parlor tricks, this guy's gonna try and stab Gerald instead on his turn.
Oh god.
I lost my d20 though. Where is it? Okay, so he's just gonna try and whip around his knife and stab at Gerald here. Take a grit roll from you.
15.
Whoa, nice. I assume he stabs at you and maybe it hits like your big
I think I would just bat it away with the book.
Yeah.
It's like a panic.
You're kind of woozy or whatever, so
Yeah.
you're like drunken monk fighting right now. And then it's your turn to respond.
I'm going to. Any sensible person does this. I'm going to call for my champion with telepathy, if possible.
Interesting.
That's a pretty useful ability to have. God damn.
It's not an ability as such, but I've just been told it is magic. So, would I need it as an ability to do that?
Let's see. A magic you know about, but isn't an ability. Would you be able to do it?
Could use my demonstrate skill, I guess.
Well, let's think it through. Would you need to see the person you were telepathying? I don't
feel like
think
if there's
so.
anyone I could telepathy, it would be the champion.
You think you would have to have like some sort of common, like you would have to know them really well?
I think so.
Okay, so if I summon to something,
I think you need to know their mind as such. You need to have like been there and made sure you got the right mind in person beforehand.
Okay, I think
that's how I imagine it working, at least.
I think the way this would work would have to be something that you prepped physically, and it does make sense that you might have that, but I don't think you can just cast any spell you can think of.
Okay.
Because then why wouldn't you just be casting Meteor right now, so that you could kill everyone?
Yeah.
So I think it would be
in
like...
my defense, I have been thinking of the magical fax machine. That was one of my inventions. Someone puts something in, telepathies you, and you summon the item from where they put it in.
Of course, right. Great. That's terrible.
It is terrible.
You want to fax your champion right now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure, but that's going to take your turn.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there waiting on like the piece of paper to go through the machine thing or whatever, and you're like waiting for it to send through the magical dialing and all of that stuff.
Yeah, and then he has to summon it to actually read it. Yeah.
Right, yeah. So basically, you're just calling your champion and hoping he arrives in time from wherever he is, which is probably just down the hall.
Yes, because I am just down the hall.
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This place is...
It's not that bad.
Full of people, isn't it?
It is, but those are mostly just placeholders. I didn't want to have to like delete them and bring them back, you know?
Okay.
So let me see how long it would take real quick.
I was going to start ranting about the magical fax machine if that conversation with the squire had gone along. Scribe, rather.
So it would take 2 turns for him to get here, basically. So we would go through this entire turn, and then next entire turn, and then on your turn, sure, I guess he could arrive. But because the way the game is set up, where I only expected you to be playing one person, I would expect Gerald to leave.
Oh yeah, no, my next turn is running away. Yeah.
Okay. Sure then. Yeah, you send a fax to your champion in the middle of the fight.
Yep.
Okay, great. Cudgel guy, who isn't sending a fax to anyone, is going to.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. And you even reminded me of him.
I know, right? He's gonna strike at the back of the parrot again because you're still just like doing tricks in front of him, right?
Yeah.
I hope you're the tank because everyone else is sending faxes and junk. Doing research.
I have -5 to combat and a book.
Hey, I offered.
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's gonna swing at you from behind again. Just a cudgel.
Okay. So rolling grit.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled an 8. What do you roll?
He also rolled an 8, so perfect.
Roll again or what?
Nope. Half damage, rounded down. So you take 2 damage.
Still a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot, but you know,
I got a lot
you
of
were
health as well.
sort of aware of him, so he didn't get the full strike. You know, there are no nails on his cudgel, which thematically maybe I should have done that. I didn't think of that, but whatever.
Tetanus damage. In 20 years, your character dies.
The rat is going to move forward and attack the fax machine person. We got a rat here. He's gonna run towards you, sort of hop the rope thing. It's supposed to be a velvet rope, but you know, it has seen its days. And he's going to swing his big sword at you. Ooh, man, what? I mean, this is a fake die that doesn't exist, but I guess running up behind you. Maybe he stumbles through the ropes a little bit. He's not a true rat, so living in ropes doesn't really make sense to him. But he stumbles on his way, and his swipe does not connect. However, the Naga moves forward a little bit, and what can they see? Oh, there's only 3 people really visible, mostly because Bramwell's sort of still standing in the entrance. But I do think they would pick the weakest target, I think. So they would probably shoot at Lenny. Unfortunate, but the person just looking over the paperwork, they do have, well, I won't tell you that, never mind.
Someone is shooting a gun?
It's a bow. The Naga is holding a bow.
Oh, right. It's not a bow gun.
No, so it pulls wide and shoots an arrow towards the person bent over the paperwork, trying to find out what's there. I'll take your grit roll, please.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
11.
Oof. Lenny takes the force of the arrow as it like sinks into some part of her back, maybe an arm or something like that, and she takes, I lost my die again. Oh, it's right there. 2 points of damage as it maybe it's like a flesh wound and it goes right through. They are pretty close at this point. So she takes 2 points of damage, and then the Bramwell steps forward and he says,
"Hey guys, I'm gonna need you to close your eyes now.
Okay.
If you remember."
Are you all going to close your eyes? Just to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking from my face as well.
The pirate is gonna close his eyes, sure, but he's gonna cover the parrot's eyes with his hands because parrots are more photosensitive than humans. Thanks, ChatGPT.
Thanks, ChatGPT. Cool.
How do I play my
So,
character?
I'm gonna roll for. If you'll roll just your spell and take your brilliance modifier and your ability modifier and factor that in.
Okay. Wait, do I combine them all together?
Yeah. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll brilliance
Right.
because it's a spell, and then you'll modify it, and then your ability, whichever one it is, whatever that modifier is, you add onto it as well.
Do I roll a 6 for that? For ability as well?
Is this going to damage them in some way?
I mean, it's a like a blinding pain.
Okay. If you think it would hurt them, if it's that
Yeah.
bright, then yeah. So what we'll do is
Guys,
roll your
it's gonna
d20, modify it, and then after that, just give me the d6, and then I'll roll for each one to see who takes the damage.
Shit, so this is a D6 damage? Is the same as a shooting an arrow? God damn.
Yes.
So
That's one
my
hell of a
20.
flashbang.
Yeah.
A
I
20?
got 22. No, I got 22.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then my D6 was a 5 with a
Oh,
plus 2.
okay.
So
Man.
7.
Oh, so that doesn't get modified unless you're
Okay.
using gear. Yeah, so it's just a 5, which is insane.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna roll
And it's
for.
just I take this this stone out of my chest, not out of my chest, but like a necklace. I hold it up, like kind of like the boom box and say anything, he's John Cusack's, he's holding it up, and it's just like this giant flasher light just comes out of it, and just the whole entire freaking room, the whole
Okay.
wall
Yeah.
just
Okay.
lit up.
Dope.
With 5 damage, it's a second sun, my guy.
Yeah, I know, right? You're like torching this place basically.
All the paper is just gonna.
I'm gonna roll for short guy here. 19 does not beat your 22. 6, 9, 10. It's 5 damage. Okay, so the short guy, looking like has to be prepared for the tricks, right? Is looking directly into the center of this room, and takes the full force in his watery, bloody eyes, and you sort of melt his face in a little bit, and he collapses down in front of the parrot. Cudgel guy
Indiana Jones.
definitely does not survive or does not save. So he's paying attention to the pirate as well, but sort of everything else. So he takes the damage. Also, the rat, who just appeared at the fight, does not save and is also blind. And the Naga, who is very
Everyone.
attuned to paying attention, also takes it. As this goes off, where is he? There he is.
Everyone is just like, whoa.
The person outside comes in because the room just blew up in light, and
Yeah.
the old lady who had her eyes closed comes over and joins the Naga.
Yes.
So we'll go outside guy and old
I was
lady.
trying to keep a low profile.
Oh yeah. Right at the beginning you were like, we'll just sneak in.
I'll sneak in. I won't use gunpowder weapons.
Right. Okay,
Meanwhile,
so
second sun spawns in.
that's Bramwell. We move to the pirate, who is
Pirate,
ready to go. Yup.
Okay. So I'm just gonna. Let's see. What am I gonna do with this guy? So the pirate is gonna. I'm not gonna use swashbuckling this time. I'll do a. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess cat's out of the bag. It's just gonna pull a flintlock and just shoot behind him without looking.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Well, the parrot's looking. The guy's not looking.
Yeah. Let me check this real quick. Okay.
Okay. No gunpowder barrels hidden behind. Good.
No. I was checking for more people. Honestly.
All right. So
I loaded this place up.
It's not an item, so no
Okay.
modifiers there for damage. Combat ability is gonna be a 16 total.
On Cudgel Guy.
Yep, Cudgel Guy.
Cudgel Guy has no protections, and he's right behind you. So as you do that really cool, like, sort of half lean with your arm back, you fire directly at him, right?
Yep.
What's the damage look like there?
Damage is a solid 6.
Holy snap. Direct bullet to the chest. This guy, even if he survives the fight, is going down probably later, right? So he's like, you hear this cry, like, and he's sinking down, not dead, but on his last leg. Then
Take that.
After Gob, we have the guy you killed. He's dead. So then it becomes Gerald, who I do remember is going to run away.
Yeah, stop this. Oh, ow. I'm just going to sort of untangle myself from these, the person behind me and the dead person in front of me, and just sort of run out the door.
So you run out the door and down the like outside sort of walkway.
Yeah, down the outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everyone else in the room sees you run from this fight, just to make sure.
Yep.
Okay. You push past the guy that just spawned the sun, and you run away down away from the fight.
Yeah.
Hey, yellow-bellied bastard.
The Cudgel Guy is blind. Rat Guy is blind, or rat person. We don't actually know. The Naga is.
Cudgel Guy got shot while blind. How that's brutal.
Yeah, he doesn't. He. What you did looked cool, but he didn't see it.
I was too busy running away. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Zyko, right?
Yeah. Where are you in this freaking thing?
I think that was normally after Gerald, but
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. I rewrote it because I was like, man, I wrote that C really wrong. Okay, so you're right there. So you go next.
thinking to herself, what has she gotten herself into? She is going to follow Gerald out the door.
What?
Hell yeah.
Yep.
The steward strat.
Okay. You exit here and run away also.
Boo!
Boo! Right. Okay, so a bunch of blind people move. The outside person comes in farther, but can only make it probably, 1, 2, 3, to about here-ish. And the old lady, let's see, what do you do, old lady? The old lady takes in this scene. There are 2 combatants right now fighting Tooth, Claw, and Nail.
Well, I think one of them died. I don't know if it was the 2
Well, yeah.
or what.
1, 2, 3.
So it's just Claw and Nail.
Sure, that's all who's here. Or yeah, maybe. The old lady will walk this way and exit through this door, I think.
Pie, thanks for the cookies.
You're inside, right? Gob, you want to roll perception real quick?
Okay. That's gonna be a brilliance. Is it related to anything combat?
No.
So it's just gonna be brilliance.
Yeah, it's just what you saw.
That's 2 total.
2 total. 2 total.
Yep.
Because it is a 2, you experience the sun just occurred above you, right? And a bunch of people's eyes are melting and all that junk. So your parrot, I guess, is, I would say they're experiencing like warmth and vigor and stuff from the spell that just went off. Even though their head was covered, they are well. They're feeling great, right?
Okay.
And as that old lady leaves, the parrot, who doesn't necessarily have to watch, at the same direction as the pirate, clocks the old lady leaving, does not seem alarmed, does not seem surprised, and does not seem worried about what's occurring as she exits. She appears to look at the fight and go, good, and then walks away as she exits. Right. And then we'll move to
another brilliance roll just to process this information. I honestly don't know what to do with it, so I'm just gonna roll to see how it's gonna be interpreted real quick.
Well, I don't think you would have to roll again on that too. With that special mechanic that's occurring, okay. I think that with the the magical energy around you from that big spell that went off, you think about everything you know about these houses, and that they have business fronts, and B, that they do not show their pins unless they're doing the actual work. So if she's related to any of these houses, she wouldn't have showed you her pin, and you did experience the cookie fiasco. Right. So you would believe that she is tied to this in some way. Okay. For sure.
I wouldn't just think she's extremely senile and didn't even.
No.
Okay.
No. You would recognize that she's involved in this junk somehow. And when she looked at the fight and saw 2 people surrounded by multiple other people, she approved and left, right? She was like, well, business is done. And she left to not be associated with anything that happens.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. So we move from old lady to Bramwell.
Can I see from my point of view what I'm looking at?
Yeah. Yeah. You would be able to see all of the combatants and the old lady leaving.
Okay.
I can actually do this and turn this on, which will just keep it like this. I can also make it brighter if you want. To give you more light to see what's happening.
It's daytime already.
It's not daytime. It's just more light so that you can see it. This guy's dead, so I'll pull him out. Yeah, he's dead.
Then.
So you got Cudgel guy who's looking shot, and then there's a rat person right next to you, a Naga with a bow, and where's the door? You would have seen this person come into from the outside.
Is it possible to charm one of those enemies and have them attack the other one?
Yes, that does make sense. So I think that what you would do is you would charm them, say attack, they would attack, and then the magic would fade, right? So that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I want to charm the Naga and have it
Okay.
attack the person we think
Okay.
of.
If you roll that ability, so brilliance, and then add your ability modifier, I will roll Naga resistance. Oh, there's the other die.
Brilliant.
Yep. Well, unless you think it's more of like a presence thing, but I do think it's a spell, so.
Yeah, it's a spell.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Brilliance.
19.
Ah, dang it. Okay, so the Naga attacks. Which one are you going to tell it to attack?
The one that's behind Gob. That
Okay. Almost dead cudgel guy?
yeah, the cudgel looking Brian Johnson from AC/DC guy.
Okay. I think that because of the way this works, this person would not expect this attack. It's basically a sneak attack because even though they can see you, well, you would have to say something, right? It would be like attack that guy or something like that, right?
Yeah, do I just like in their head or just attack the gold shirt?
If there's no sound component, then it would just go off as a sneak attack sort of style, and he would just take the shot. So you're standing there. You charm this Naga who's over there, prepared, ready to kill all of you, right? And you give it instructions, and it shifts the bow just slightly to the right and fires an arrow through the guy's neck standing behind Gob. And that guy just gurgles and falls behind Gob. A bloody mess. Staining several records with blood as the fountain erupts behind Gob. And
You missed, scallywag.
you kill that guy with
smile.
the other guy. You smile, that's it.
Cheeky bastard.
Okay, and then we have this guy. Pirate Gob, what you doing?
Okay. So I just want to remind me and everyone else that we came here to steal a list. And right, so I don't know if in the heat of battle the pirate just completely forgot that he was there to, steal something and get out. But
Yeah.
he's gonna keep fighting.
Okay.
He's seeing his it's almost automatic.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna aim or turn towards the Naga, who he thinks missed the shot.
Yeah.
He has no idea the Naga was charmed.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna get his blunderbuss from his back. He has
Okay.
what's that thing called? You hold a rifle to your back.
Like a sling or a
Yeah, like a sling. Yeah,
like
he
a
has it on a sling.
bandola. Yeah.
He's gonna take it into his arms.
Here's how
Okay.
you do it.
And he's just gonna press the trigger and use scatter shot on the Naga,
Okay.
which is an ability, so it's gonna
Okay.
add 2 damage if I hit. So combat ability, let's go.
Okay.
That's a 20 total. 9
Nice.
plus 3.
So you used a shotgun on a snake, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. And you blast it. What's the damage look like as you cocoon
Go.
into this beast?
That's gonna be a 6 total.
6 because you
3
used
from the
an item.
rolling and no, I don't have a blunderbuss item. It's because of the
okay.
scatter shot. It's a plus 3. Or is skill only combat ability?
Right, yeah. So the initial
Oh,
roll
so never mind.
is
It's a 3 damage.
So it's 3, yeah.
Holy
It's
shit, and
still
It was a 23 then.
where's the snake? Rat. Oh, it's because I wrote. Okay, got it. You blast a bunch of holes into the hide of the Naga standing on the other side of the rope. It hiss screams, in the sort of multi sound of like, and it says something like, I'll get you back, and now is apparently focused on you because you shot it, and then Bear has a champion arrive.
We're so gonna get arrested.
Yes. So my champion is sort of an older professor sort of person, but he's fully armored up with leather armor.
Oh my
Probably not going to find something too appropriate.
Human.
But he's sort of an older man, old man strength.
Can you make the noise of the fax machine and stuff?
It's silent. I'm afraid it's telepathy.
It's no like
More of a tell machine.
Like the modem.
I think that might be added afterwards. It's one of those redundant sounds that will be added afterwards, so people know it's working.
Oh yeah, of course. Okay, old man. That guy was okay, but you said he's armored up?
Leather armor if possible, but no problem if not.
We'll take this guy, I guess. Your champion arrives to the fight.
Okay.
And
I would like to
go ahead.
tackle the Naga from behind. Here.
Okay.
Not necessarily a tackle, but more of a charge.
Okay.
So this guy, he's got this shield that's it's kind of got like these wires on the front. And he uses lightning magic basically. It's going to be sort of electrified. I'm just going to charge into the Naga from behind, like full on charge. So
Brutal.
Roll my combat.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Hold on. Let me think about this. Where'd you come from? You came straight down from behind.
Right down in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
Straight from behind.
I think they would know you're coming.
Probably yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they'll be able to resist. Ooh, well.
Well.
Oh yeah. If you'll roll your attack. Sorry, my bad. I was just.
That's fine. Does an ability get can I add that to the damage an ability, or is it
right
to the 20 roll?
It's to the 20 roll. Your gear can be applied instead of an ability, or it can be applied to your damage.
Okay. In that case, it's 15 to hit.
Okay. You collide into the back of this snake individual.
Okay, and I'm adding a +1 to the damage, one of my abilities.
Right.
I'm back. So the guy with the hammer is
it's only 2. So it's 3 damage, sorry.
3 damage. Okay. This poor Naga has been face blinded and shot and now smashed on
with a very spicy shield.
Yeah, as
the damage is coming from the shield.
Back of him. Does it like electrify or something, or is it like
yes? I used lightning bolt on the. So I used lightning bolt to sort of charge it. That's why I'm in leather armor, not metal armor.
So you fry this Naga to death, and the smell of like the closest one you could probably have smelled maybe is like burning frog, or toasted frog, right? Kind of chickeny, but you fry this Naga out of existence. Sorry, bro.
Jesus.
And then, just to make sure and give you your turn, Linny is running away from the fight.
And I like to think that as she's passing the second doorway, she sees in the crack of the wood just a tiny little tendril of something green trying to grow. and it gives her just a hint of guilt. So she's gonna go back and peek through that door.
So you're gonna look through this door.
To see what's happening.
Do you want to do anything?
Do I see anyone that still looks hostile from here?
So there's this person who came in from outside, and there's this rat who is, you would be able to see, because you're looking back at the House of Note, there's a rat individual who is trying to shake off the blindness in between Gob and Branwell, jeez. Bramwell.
In that case, then, I would like to use my ability of Green Thumb and cause a burst of a tree just sprout right beneath this rat guy.
Oh shit!
Pushes him up into the air, and then as it disappears, he'll slam into the ground.
Nice. Okay. So just to be very clear, because you're moving towards them, it is allowed as an attack, but if you were running away, you would not be able to do it. So because you like turned and went towards them, you're like aggressing, right? So you can definitely do that, and it's probably because, like, you know, I'm sure books are flying around at this point. You know, people are stumbling into stuff. There's probably a book of seeds that, you know, has fallen open somewhere, so it makes sense, I think, to pull up this tree.
All right.
And then it disappears, you said, or he just falls off?
Well, because it only lasts 3 seconds, right? Because it's illusion. Yes.
Okay. Just
So
making sure.
Yeah, that was
Cool.
my thought, anyhow.
Yeah.
You can roll.
I think actually he could not resist this simply because no one could see you coming as you repositioned, so he wouldn't know necessarily that you were there. So I think this would just attack and connect. I don't think you have to roll. I have to set this die down though, so it's gonna roll.
Okay.
Oh no, he rolled a 15.
Yeah, so if you'll just roll damage.
I rolled 2, actually.
Oh well, perfect, but
That's okay.
Yeah. It connects. But you summon this tree up and fling it into the air for
I rolled a 6.
Oh my gosh, rat bro. Yeah, okay.
Rat bro.
As you fling this rat up into the air, you see him spear into one of the beams of the sort of tent contraption that's above you, and he sticks there, stuck, bleeding down onto the floor as he breathes his last rat gasp, having done almost nothing. Just and he bleeds down, you know, sort of through the rest of this encounter. You'll occasionally hear like blink, 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 blink of his blood pooling below around the rope.
Gathering the blood in
God. Okay.
Bottle down. A bucket. Is there?
I can't summon bucket.
I'm sure you're always holding them. Yeah. So that's Iker, and then dead. The outside person, who is right here, who came in from the outside, watches.
Hello.
Basically, they came in from outside and they watched someone get shot like straight through their chest, and then they saw someone be speared into the ceiling, someone be fried to death, and they decide to leave. They say, whoa, I'm not involved, and they start running away, and they run back the way they came. It's not me, I'm leaving. I shouldn't be here. So you're gonna try and charm him? Okay.
Yeah.
You are the next person.
Yeah.
So
I rolled a 1, so we're not doing that. It's gonna be
charm is modified though, is it not?
Yeah, but
is it +1
on the ability modifier?
Yeah. So
Plus
If-
3.
okay. Yeah. So he resists it. Well, let's just make sure. I'll be fair. It sounds like it's not gonna work, but maybe.
Could be a 1.
Dang it. That's a 15. His fear overwhelms your ability to calm him rationally, and he runs out this way and
snap.
continues past his food.
Snap
that
good enough there.
you haven't seen, but he leaves his food that he was eating here at this table and runs away. The old lady is not here. And you four stand in the house of empty note. Blink, blink, blink.
Actually, my character, my best, would have seen the Naga shooting the guy behind the pirate, and therefore assumed that the pirate is on the same team as the Naga guy.
Oh,
Start approaching aggressively.
I don't know if that would happen.
No,
yeah,
it'd be like, all right, well, now to sort you out.
but
Right, I sort of start stomping towards.
you killed
actually,
the Naga.
you gotta play lock.
Yeah, okay. Work it out, I guess. If that's what you think
Yeah.
happened.
I'm gonna talk to him because he's the last guy and he's not being openly aggressive. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I am going
Yeah.
to actually see if I can see a pin of one of the assassins.
Okay.
Claw and nail.
So you want to check them out? Well, you've already seen their pins. Oh, you're going to look at him?
Yeah. See.
Okay.
Okay. Wearing a pin.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it sounds like he's just moving towards you, and he's...
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to tell that he's not necessarily wearing anything like that. Does your character have anything, like, covering their vision of their body or anything?
No, I mean my shield wouldn't be up at the moment because I'm not approaching him as like in a combat stance sort of.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm not close enough for that yet. So no, just be
Does your shield have anything
very
that
out of
looks
place.
like a tooth or a claw or a nail
No.
on it? Okay,
Absolutely not.
Just
Do you
checking.
do you have the emblem of your house anywhere? On you?
Yeah, and I would look very sort of obviously techie and but sort of magic-y as well. I'd have
right.
like
So
a glowing.
just like your
field.
Seward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say right, Gerald sent me to sort you out.
No, that's you be a friend of the yellow-bellied bastard that ran away.
Oh, why did he shoot him?
Wait, who? The snake person?
Yeah, and I put behind him.
It's an enemy.
Then why would he shoot his own guy?
Well, he missed. He was a piss poor archer.
I'm gonna drink from my flask.
Yeah, I was
not saying anything.
Incredibly helpful during the fight, but never helping any sort of group dynamic.
I would look for the symbols on the chest of the guy that's down to sort of verify.
Okay.
They be assassins from the Claw, Tooth, and Nail. Heard of these bastards before?
Yeah, I know. I got a fax.
Got him.
Yeah, straight facts. I agree. They are undoubtedly the assassins we're looking for.
You were looking for assassins?
To kill! And you're not one of them, so you should be thankful.
Okay.
Thankful.
Well, is this it? Is there any more? Where did they come from?
Where did they go? Where did they come from? Assassins from... never mind. I have no idea. We were here to find a list. We found these bastards. One of them shanked me.
And then the parrot is just gonna lean over to look at the wound. Is it bleeding still?
Yeah, probably. Your wounds don't
I toss him a heal potion.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Dope. Yeah.
Heal potion.
Alright, the parrot is the pirate is just gonna chug it then.
Okay.
And the parent is gonna say while the pirate is chugging, "Thank you."
Yeah, I think you would recover. I assume this is a heal potion from the sigil, or is it like one you made?
I made.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know what it does then.
Should I roll something?
From the poop plants.
What? How do they work? Are they like really strong and full clear kind of potion, full heal kind of potions, or are they like?
You can also throw them on the ground and they'll mist up and heal you.
Oh, okay.
Splash
Okay.
potion of healing too.
Flash pot.
Splash potion
Kind of
of
like
healing.
in Fortnite, you know? There's Fortnite
Minecraft.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Parrots are very susceptible to vapors and stuff. Do you think it would hurt a parrot or anything like that? Yeah.
If it's super concentrated,
Oh, they're
perhaps.
all botanically safe. It's all
Okay.
made out
Okay.
of
Okay.
blood, sweat, tears, and the soul.
So there's no overdose. The parrot couldn't possibly overdose. They are very safe
are you-
drugs.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe like
So-
a 1% chance of.
Oh. 100%. I can roll.
Everything's
100
got a.
if you
Everything is, nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
want. I'm gonna roll a
Roll.
1d100.
Yeah. On a one only, the
Okay.
parrot
All right, here
has a
we go.
bad time. Yeah.
I rolled a 73. We're good.
Nice. So it sounds like that's a full heal to the pirate through the potion and vapor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It tastes
Back to
good.
20.
Right, so good news and, well, bad news for me. None of these bastards had the murder weapon we're looking for.
Oh, can I search for like a hidden room or like hidden?
Yeah, definitely. You're all welcome to search if you'd like, and just let me know what you hit. Or if you're using an ability, modify it and then let me know.
Is that a presence or is that brilliance?
I would say research or like searching for stuff would normally be brilliance unless you have some sort of reason that it might be. Well, it's definitely never going to be combat, it doesn't feel like, but unless you were looking for a weapon like we talked about before.
18.
Okay. Anyone else?
I probably search the body for any like instructions or anything written down. It's a long
Okay.
shot, but
Okay. You're looking at the body. You're looking for information.
yeah. Would that be brilliance or brilliance? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
So that's for 15.
Seen on the body. Lenny, are you going to search the room also?
Yeah, I'd probably go back to the research areas and sort of
Okay.
search those again.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, different ones, but
Okay.
oh, that's
There
terrible.
are definitely desks in the back and stuff like that you can look for stuff in. And
2.
okay, and Parrot Gob?
Parrot gob.
Well, your
It's
characters
Lodo.
don't have names.
It's
oh yeah, it's
Lodo.
Lodo. I
You
keep
just
forgetting.
forgot. It's Surtees and Lodo.
I know, but the okay,
It's
yeah,
Lodo
yeah.
the Scourge.
Lodo, my bad.
Well, I don't want to alarm anyone, but as someone with lots of experience running from the law, we might need to hurry up here.
Okay. Are you gonna search or anything now?
No, he's just gonna leave.
Okay.
Just to
so
inform you, half the hall saw what you were doing over here. With that
yeah,
flash of light.
the flashlight. People checked it out a little bit, but from where you could see, no one's running at you or anything. But
Well, I
here's
guess
what you
have a
find.
point.
Bramwell, you're searching for just general information. It sounds like, correct?
Yeah, or a hidden room.
Oh yeah, hidden stuff. So as you go through, there are no hidden no like levers or trapdoors or hidden rooms or anything like that. This is a public access place normally, so people would be coming and going and doing research with the scribes. You do find several places where people have like tried to conceal stuff. Specifically, you would find maybe like a box tucked underneath one of the tables or something, or behind, books, so that it looks like the shelf is full, but it's behind. And that box would contain records of deals that have been made with the houses of the people you just killed. And those deals would be with, I guess, potential allies of theirs. Angast is a weapon seller, so there are several deal records there. You also have records with who else would you find in there? Well, I guess it's required that you have records with the House of Rope for moving goods. But you don't know, I guess, why. But I can think of a good reason to do it. And like several other records that they wanted to conceal, it seems like anyway, because they're all collected together. They all reference tooth, nail, and claw, and they're all hidden. Loro is leaving.
Then I find some paper, and I stuff it back in the box, and I put the box back.
Okay, cool.
Random paper inside.
After talking with I don't know, Fair Enough's champion's name, I forgot.
It's fine. It's Professor Firigor is probably what happened.
Oh my gosh,
Firigor.
Okay, the professor or whatever, the fancy guy.
Yeah.
He was convinced to stay, and well, he's gonna search for anything related to the master list.
Okay. So on that master list, on the
you first.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about the other characters who are looking for stuff.
I'm gonna do treasure sense.
Okay.
I want the original copy.
Okay. Well, there's only, according to the scribe, there's only one.
That's a 20 with modifiers.
Okay,
I want
dope.
the original copy.
So you would definitely find these records that you're looking for, because to remove it would be insane, right? So everything's really organized except for the portions that were a little knocked over, sort of at the front area. But the scribe was right. In several different places, there are things or books that list the current attendee houses. Some of them are like there's a book that includes people helping with the sigil. There's a book that includes errors, like I said earlier, in paperwork and stuff like that. Just flipping that sucker open on your 20, whatever you got, 22 or something, you would definitely... You would find the Wagon Park Boys listed as having multiple errors in their paperwork. And
I wouldn't know. I didn't even realize.
Okay, well, I would assume that you would share this list with the other people, but if you don't, that's fine. And you also find, people who are involved with different things. So, like... all of the transport sort of houses are all in one place. All of the creative, artistic kind of houses are in a book, and so it's organized by that. So you probably find 5 or 6 books total, and could compile a master list if you wanted to write them all, or you could just take all the books.
Definitely taking all the books.
The professor I'm gonna do next is looking for you were searching the bodies. On them you find the individual pins. The short guy at the front has a tooth pin. Wait, let me make sure I get them right. Tooth. So the rat has a nail. The naga has. The naga has a nail. I deleted them. Dang it! I shouldn't have done that.
I'm not gonna remember which one's which.
Cudgel guy has a claw, and there's one missing from Tooth. That's it, right? This one. Hold on.
So short
Full
guy,
title.
Naga with bow.
Face beaten in guy.
Oh yeah, that's the short guy. There's the guy that died without, like, that didn't do anything. The rat guy.
The rat. Well, the rat has the rat has. Hold on, let me just do it again. My bad. I'm gonna write them down. Hold on. There's 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you're missing 2. You're missing one tooth and 1 claw. Do you really want to know which ones are which?
I won't remember. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Is it important?
The fact that they're missing is important because you know that everyone came in pairs. But
Oh, right, okay.
the fact that that's these 2 specific ones, no, because you know how it works and they're not going to show you their thing unless they're trying to kill you. So you would have to you would have to be up on someone. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, got it.
Then finally we have someone looking for. What are you looking for, Lenny? Just to make sure. Sorry.
Random paperwork
Okay.
again.
So on your random paperwork search of the research desks, you find someone else's attempt at solving the sigil from their direction, specifically an attempt at defining the symbols on the monolith. And so it's someone else's research where they've referenced, different books and ancient languages and all that stuff. And their research on your 2 seems to indicate that the magical nature of the symbols, just like you thought, or maybe have, when you were looking at it, may have thought, they are a descendant of a similar language to the Druidic language that you are familiar with. So they seem to have come from the same sort of time frame. And there are many references to clans or houses because, they're written in old texts. It's not necessarily houses. It's written in other ways, but there are indications that there are people living today who speak this language currently, but that they're very hard to find, and obviously people don't know this language and that sort of thing. And there are questions written, of course, like why would you have a giant monolith with all these symbols on it, right? And no one speaks this language. So clearly there must be someone who speaks this language somewhere. And that is what is on the research desk.
Okay.
Seems important.
Yes. I would assume from here you might exit stage left after massacring all these people, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can chill here.
So the pirate is gonna take the 5, I imagine, giant books.
Yeah.
With all the houses present and their deals and stuff. It's just gonna take them and leave.
Okay.
He's not gonna attempt to copy it or anything. He's just gonna plunder it.
Okay, cool. Good.
Take my records, my boot. I'll put in my boot, and then I'm gonna take all my little bottles that are collecting blood.
Blink, 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 blink.
And walk out, take a puff of my pipe.
Okay.
lads.
Hey, that was a good plunder.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know why Joe ran away. You seem to have it in hand.
Hey,
Yeah.
he's a yellow-bellied bastard, that one.
Well, he called me, to be fair.
Exactly.
Yep.
No, well, anyway, yeah. Perhaps we shouldn't hang around here any longer.
Probably not.
Do you want to
guys
go?
need your clothes steam cleaned? You just come on over to the ship. We got a whole, it's steam run. I mean, come on.
Are you going to go back to or attempt? I do know that Loro probably is just going to walk directly towards the ship. So
Yes.
are y'all going to try and go with him to that ship, or are you going to disperse away with your findings and disperse?
Did
I think,
murder a bunch of people. So
yeah, I
If
think
you wanna lay
disperse.
low, we can go in my ship if you want.
Well, I mean, I don't really think I have anything to lay low about.
You killed one of them, but sure, yeah, okay.
I'm an assassin. I'm a marked
I
assassin.
I forgot one thing. When we were talking to that cookie lady, she mentioned that she kept a recipe at the cookie place, and I was thinking about going to steal it.
Wait, that's
Wow.
not a good idea. That
Um,
lady is suspicious.
Well, maybe that's
believe
all
he
the
might be
merrier.
an
Maybe she's
assassin.
sleeping right now, and then we can steal her shit.
Wait, what?
That
Yeah,
old
I'm gonna
lady
take
is
the
an
cookie
assassin.
recipe.
Yep.
She's an
He's an
assassin.
assassin.
Yep. I am sure as day. I know it's nighttime. But still.
Well,
No,
We should
Could-
go kill her, then get the recipe.
can I get some?
wait.
No, after you. After you.
I do have this other cookie I was going to give to Rue in my pocket,
I shouldn't do that. The cookie is definitely not healthy.
but could you maybe figure out the recipe from it? I don't know how that works. I'm not. A
Lady,
cook.
do I look like a cook?
Well, I meant general
Not a
you,
cook.
not necessarily you, but
I think
I
you
don't cook. I'm a
probably need an alchemist.
alchemist. I mean, we don't. I don't.
Wait, so we're not
know, it doesn't
inside,
work
right?
like that.
We left already.
yeah,
Do y'all want to leave? Okay,
Yes.
yeah, I think
I
so.
just want to make sure.
Standing in blood, talking, kicking some balls around.
There's just a
That
rat man.
cooked snake's making me feel hungry.
There's a rat
Charred
man hanging
flesh.
from the ceiling.
All right, where are y'all headed for this recipe conversation?
I
probably
think-
need to.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say to the ship. It's not to walk in the ship, but sort of the same area. I'm guessing.
Okay,
We met
so
up by
just
the light,
the meeting light.
the meeting light.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go farther than that, but okay.
The pirate invited you in the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I would follow just if everyone else was going.
Right, so
Okay, cool.
as we're going inside the ship, the pirate is gonna say,
Well, don't mind the manacles. I know it looks like a slaver ship, and that's very much illegal. But it's just I assure you, it's not for that purpose.
it's for something else. So I would imagine we went inside just to.
You're gonna take them all the way into your ship, you mad lad.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
well I turn the light on just to make it. Dang it, this program just to make it easy to see. Oh, I got both of you. I've never done that before.
Nice.
Just drop one over the side
Wait,
there.
what? How is this even happening? I can't let him
We're
go.
one and the same.
All right, well whatever. You're in the ship. I didn't want to interrupt. Oh, I dropped you into oblivion.
She's gone.
Yep.
You tried, and that's what matters.
So
So this ship doesn't fly; it just stays on land, or what?
Wait a minute. What, it's a ship. What else did you expect?
Oh, I got a ship too, but it flies.
Oh, so you're the one that I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pilot it, but I mean, it's our ship. It's the Coggers.
So
Can I get some context?
I know the treasure
I
is
just
down there.
What'd you say?
I'm not taking them down there.
No, not below. No.
Okay.
So wait, are you on the top deck or not? I'm confused.
No, not on the top deck. I just
Okay, yeah. Not in the underneath area, but
deck.
it exists. Yeah, they can't see it. Don't worry.
Okay.
They would have to go.
underneath this deck, eh?
They would have to go through the shield thing and down, and they wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay.
So, can I ask what happened? Well, from what I understand, you were just going to get some records.
Right, and we did.
He's gonna show the 5
Right.
giant books he's
And
carrying. He's gonna set it down somewhere.
Okay, and do you know why these assassins attacked you, or?
Nope, that was a happy coincidence.
Right. So, assassins were sent to get books.
Right? Or temper with
'Cause-
them.
Okay. And we're missing some of the assassins, so I think they've probably taken something, maybe even the stuff that you were looking for.
Just to be clear, Lenny said at the beginning that they sent letters, specifically
Yeah, I was about to.
the old lady. Yeah, so
I was about to. Does anyone else know about these plans you had?
I mean, if you're really serious that the old lady is part of this group, I mean, I guess it's maybe Rue's fault.
And how did you meet this old lady that sells cookies?
Well, I hadn't met her before, but Rue the other day was in the main hall and, like, I don't know, she talked to him and he tried to help her and then she talked about cookies.
Okay.
100% an assassin.
What?
No doubt about it.
Why would you send a letter to this person?
I didn't. Rue did.
Sorry,
Like I
so I'm saying you was in the house. Sorry. Why would Rue send this
Well,
letter?
like I said, he gets hungry sometimes.
Right. Okay. Well, that's really the only other. Is that the only other person?
Nope. Did you send a letter
Uh-uh.
to the
Well,
Wagon Boys or something?
I did. Yep.
And they did
But-
not show up? Mm.
They didn't, but that Mr. Bubbles guy was kind of in a bad way when we last saw him, so wouldn't be surprising if he's sleeping that off.
yes, the last time you saw him, he had eaten lots of botanical garden varieties and was recovering in a recovery room. And that was actually earlier this afternoon, right? So, yeah.
And
Right,
There-
makes sense.
there was one other letter. Actually, it's the house that sold the dagger to that old lady.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What be
Let's
the
put my hand in my head. My head in my hands.
Oh, let me find it. Again, that was from Rue. Let me find it real quick. And she's
Hey,
gonna
take your
rummage.
time.
This
through
brew
her
really
stuff.
needs to.
He's he's not the brightest, but he's got a lot of heart.
Yep. Nearly had a dagger in it. I guess. Do they?
Well, Here, and I'll pull out the letter and hand it to them, which I
Cool.
can just post it in Discord. So you all.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, that's cool. That works.
But I could do the response too.
Puffs his pipe.
Yeah,
gonna put it in
feel at
discussion.
home.
Okay.
There you go.
Make yourselves at home. I'm just gonna go grab some seed.
He's just gonna walk to a corner. There's a little bag. He's just gonna open it. And the bird's just gonna start chewing on some seeds.
Oh, do you have a copy of the response? Yeah, you did at the beginning, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's the
all right.
letter I was pulling out. Sorry.
Oh,
So is
right.
the bird
Okay.
attached to you, or what? Is it just on you, or are you and the bird one thing?
You really should get rid of that parrot. They're no good.
What?
But anyway, we're not here to, I'm in your home. I shouldn't talk about your pets.
How does the whole pooping thing work? Like it's on your shoulder, so I mean, do you have like a thing for your coat that so?
No,
dirty?
if you look at the shoulder, the parrot is on. It's completely covered in bird shit.
Okay.
It's it's completely.
No.
Maybe we
Come on,
should
I
have
just-
more respect for the birds.
There are two assassins missing. Two. I just want to quickly check. This Rue didn't say another location that they would be at while you were here or anything. In your obviously this is your response letter, but the letter you sent out, Rue didn't say like I will be here. Well, otherwise.
I mean, I think he did say that we would be at the House of Note tonight.
No, I mean, I'm just worried that the other assassins may target other members of your house.
Oh, I don't know.
Wish I had thought of that.
Oh dear. I think I might need to try to get back to the garden.
Is perhaps we should all just check in on our respective houses and then meet back relatively shortly.
And then the pirate's just gonna look around, up and down.
Well,
Done.
yeah.
Yeah. I assume you sleep at some point, so you find Sir Peas asleep over here somewhere, because I actually have Sir Peas, so. Or just chilling.
The body's standing up. The bird is just like cozy on the shore. The body's just standing up, looking at the wall.
I'm just looking at him now because you've looked around. I've kind of followed your gaze. Is he okay?
All right, he's just sleeping.
Standing up.
It's good for your legs. Good for your legs.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll talk later.
So, everyone's gonna leave and go to your respective houses to check, right?
Yeah. Just make sure Gerald's not getting stabbed.
All right. So each of you returns to your respective houses. Obviously, the parrot's already here, and we'll call that from here. We'll do like a time skip, I guess, of several days, mostly because, yeah, well, you need time to look over your information and stuff.
But
Oh yeah, you can't do several days. Okay, so you can't. Okay, so after
It was a stupid decision. I'm fine with dealing with the consequences, but like,
well, okay, so I'll do this for example. Let's still time skip several days, but
okay.
you, the pirates, in standing on your ship, you spend time just, that night watching the House of Note because it's right there and it's easy, right?
Okay.
And as I said previously, there is several people do, come by and you might make note of them, but it's not like a bunch of soldiers appear or anything like that. There you see several people from the Empire's sort of house that handles, just like cleaning and all of that stuff. Event organizers, I guess you could call them. You see them pull those bodies out, but they don't there's no like investigation or any of that stuff. The House of Note continues to run.
Investigation didn't come to the signal this year.
So there, like I said, there are people who come, but the Empire doesn't have a standing military inside.
Right.
It is outside. And in that time jump that we're going to do of several days, in standing on your ship, you will see, and everyone else will see, armies coming to join around the outside of the sigil, because the king and everyone in the Empire, who's basically the most important, is all trapped inside this bubble, right? So some houses have gathered standing armies and brought them here. The Empire's military will be here as well. They often hang out outside the ship looking into the bottom hold of the ship and have discussions. So you see that. There are periods of time.
Go through?
No, you can't hear anything. You can you can write notes and stuff because you can see through.
Right, but everyone that stops and looks into the ship, and the pirate or any of the two pirates notice, they're just gonna see him gesticulating as if he's like trying to convince them. He's talking, but he doesn't know they can't hear. So he's just gesticulating. It's nothing like that. It's not like what it looks like. It's this is not even my ship.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
The guys outside are just like, what do you think he's talking about?
There are, as we wrap up this session, there are several things that occur to sort of all of you. Food begins to dwindle and go scarce, but there are food stores being gathered outside. There was already an amount of food and resources that would be provided or whatever over time, but it's not inside the sigil specifically. It's brought in every day and prepared and all of that stuff, but it's inaccessible. So humanitarian aid basically has arrived. There are large amounts of forces gathering around you, including maybe members of other houses. Their houses have members outside, stuff like that. So those forces are gathering outside. Food inside is becoming more scarce. You also have, I will just tell you because you're a parrot, but it doesn't necessarily matter to you. Because it is a dome that is enclosed, you can all see that there's a haze gathering at the top of the dome as fires continue to be burned and other ththings are occurring. There's no airflow going in and out, right?
Burn this place down.
So that is all occurring while you're in here. There are more and more fights that break out. The environment seems less and less full over time. A lot of people have said like, oh, there's people missing, and you hear that whispered, but you don't necessarily see anything, like, oh, there's a guy kidnapping someone. It's more like people are dying, or for some other reason there are less and less people, right?
The door is still there.
The door remains standing there.
We got a message about this door.
And during the time skip, I think all of you will do research into your information that you've gathered, and then I think it would make sense if you decide to meet up in several days in order to go over it, I guess, and put all the pieces together if you want, and then I'll provide at that time, what you found and all of that stuff, because you literally took it with you. So you have as much time as you want to look over it. So we'll do that next time. It will be 2 days from now, in game, not us playing. We'll play on Friday again, but 2 days will have passed at that point.
Okay.
And I'll just fill you in next time and let you know everything again that's been happening. But just to end this one with sort of what's going on, things are getting more stressful and more scarce and more tense over time. And you probably would also see bands of people walking around trying to figure junk out, as well as goblins just doing whatever they want and lighting fires on places and, like knocking stuff down and doing goblin stuff. So yeah.
Right. There is
Excellent
one thing
work.
I want to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
Just real quick. I had a deal that was 24 hours to find the murder weapon.
Correct. Nothing
Right.
happens and no one appears to collect on that.
But do
all.
we still see the guy that I made the deal to?
Bisk, yeah. So Bisk is continuing on like not everything's normal, but he's continuing to attempt to keep things spinning, right? So he's going out to the king. You all see him all the time. Going out to the king, making sure the king's eating. The king remains where he's sitting the entire time.
Okay.
And so... Go ahead.
Where does he go to the bathroom?
My guess is that he uses chamber pots out there in the center of the
We
arena.
have what we have in the airship.
I mean, the airship goes somewhere, so I don't think no.
Recycle itself.
No, because that would have to be installed, and this place is only used for several days, so I don't think they would install that on the thing because he has a house. Why wouldn't he just go back to his little house? Yeah.
The shit isn't going out the dome.
Correct. Yes. Waste is beginning to pile up in different areas of the fringe of the dome. There's a lot of it near the goblin area. Some of that's from them. Some other people are like, well, it's goblins, whatever. And so they're just throwing their waste there near them.
Aw.
Like
Yes. And
or the ghetto.
yeah. Any other questions on what might be occurring in the
No,
time
that's it.
skip? Okay, cool.
That's it for me.
So next
that was
time
good.
we'll recap this information just at the beginning so you know, and recap what you gained, and then you can make your plans from there. And like I said, I assume it makes sense that you would all meet up to share all this information. Where would you like to meet up?
Is there any place that is not being watched from people on the outside?
That would have to be inside the buildings or in the center of the arena. But there are people milling around all over the place on the outside.
The flying ship.
How about by that strange door? We won't go in it. We'll just use it as a meeting spot.
It's odd enough to be a recognizable meeting spot. Stands
Meet me
out.
at the spooky door.
The spooky door.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you all agree to do the research and then meet at the spooky door after dispersing. Cool. Dope. Great job.
Hey.
I thought we were gonna die, honestly. So, good job. Cool. That's it for this week. Thank you very much for playing and hanging out and goofing off and stuff.
Extremely fun. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Dope.
you.
I'll see you next week. And if, like I said, if you want to send letters or like contact any other houses or whatever you want to do in the interim, you're welcome to like send me messages or whatever, or post them. Either one works, because I think that's cool to like write a letter and send it and see what happens, kind of thing. So you could do that too.
Considering we get like 2 days in game to
Right, exactly.
play stuff
Yeah.
and to write stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Have a great evening and weekend and stuff. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye.
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 How'd the stream go? Great. Cool. Thanks for chilling and watching this experience as well. I very much appreciate it. I hope it seems interesting. Sometimes I don't know what's going to happen, but most of the time this is like a story that is following the steps that I think it will, or like they're picking up clues that I think they will. So I'm trying not to railroad them, though. You know, I'm trying to let them go wherever they want to go and do whatever they want to do. So, yeah. Have a wonderful whatever. I haven't seen my phone this entire time, so I apologize if I missed anything. Oh, good. Wait, what? I got a scam Wells Fargo fraud alert, but I don't have Wells Fargo. Cool. By the way, the spooky door is a reference to, I think it's Twilight Zone. Oh no, it's a reference to The Simpsons or Family Guy or something, who was referencing the Twilight Zone in their show. Cool. Lady Nari's been playing games. I'm gonna go there. I'll see y'all later. Have a wonderful whatever. Could have done that first. Whoops.
Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts.